Have you ever looked at a massive 100-ton excavator and wondered, could that thing ever think for itself? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into how artificial intelligence is doing just that, turning heavy machinery into smart partners right there on the job site.
So, let's start with a huge question. The world really needs to build, but who's actually going to operate the machines? You see, the construction industry is facing a massive, crisis-level shortage of skilled operators. We're talking a potential deficit of hundreds of thousands of workers in the U.S. alone. And this isn't just some labor gap, it's a real threat to the future of our infrastructure.
Yeah, this isn't just a small problem, it's a full-blown crisis. You have an entire generation of experts who are retiring, and they're taking decades of know-how with them. And what's the result? Well, projects get delayed, costs just skyrocket, and the risk of mistakes goes way up. So if you've ever wondered why that new skyscraper is taking forever to build, this is a huge reason why.
Honestly, the industry is hitting a wall. A single mistake on the job can cost millions, and when a machine breaks down unexpectedly, it can paralyze a billion-dollar project. So what's the solution here? It might not be about finding more people, but about building smarter machines.
Okay, so how exactly do we make machines smarter? Well, back at the 2026 Consumer Electronics Show, Caterpillar gave us all a sneak peek into the future. And they didn't just show off a new machine, they unveiled a brand new brain for their machines, the Cat AI Assistant.
Now, I want you to forget about the simple voice command system in your car. This is so much more. This is like having a seasoned pro and expert sitting in the passenger seat with you. It's a true digital co-pilot that doesn't just understand what you say, but understands what you need.
And why is this such a game changer? Because it basically democratizes expertise. Just imagine taking decades of knowledge from the world's absolute best operators and engineers and putting all of that right at the fingertips of every single person in the driver's seat. That's the real power we're talking about here.
This timeline just perfectly captures the huge shift we're living through. I mean, we went from machines that were just strong to machines that could send us data. So much data, it was basically information overload. But now, we're stepping into the cognitive era, where these machines don't just report data, they interpret it and actually talk to us about it. So what's the secret sauce that makes this digital brain tick?
So, let's look under the hood. How does this digital brain actually work? Well, it's not magic. It's a really powerful combination of massive amounts of data and incredible processing power, all packed right into the machine itself.
And at the very heart of it all is a system called Helios. Just think of it like the ultimate encyclopedia for machines. It's a digital library holding a record of every single thing a Caterpillar machine has ever done, every part it's ever used, and every problem it's ever solved for the last 100 years.
And the scale of this is just mind-boggling. We are talking about 16 petabytes of data. To put that into perspective for you, that's like having 16 million filing cabinets stuffed with text. This huge amount of data is the fuel that trains the AI, giving it a deeper understanding of the equipment than any single human could ever possibly have.
Now, what's really cool is how it all works together. It's actually a fusion of two different types of AI. You have the industrial AI, that's like the brilliant physician, analyzing all the hard data like pressure and temperature to diagnose the root cause of a problem. But then you have the generative AI, and that's the communicator, the expert who understands your question and explains that complex diagnosis in simple, clear language you can actually use.
And this whole system completely transforms the assistant from, a passive dictionary into a proactive coach that's actually anticipating your needs. But Caterpillar isn't the only company in this race. Let's see how the competition is stacking up. You better believe this innovation has kicked off a high-stakes race among the industry's giants. And what's fascinating is that each one is betting on a very, very different vision of the future.
And this is where their strategies really start to go in different directions. Caterpillar, they want to create an expert co-pilot to augment the human operator. John Deere, on the other hand, is leveraging all their experience from agriculture, and they're pushing hard for full autonomy. We're talking no operator in the cab at all. And then you have Komatsu, who's focused on the bigger picture, using things like drones and sensors to create a digital twin of the entire worksite that guides all the machine.
This chart really helps visualize their endgames. Cat is betting big on services, Deere is all in on automation, and Komatsu is focused on optimizing the entire site. But with all this incredible new tech, what's the real-world impact going to be on jobs? And, the bottom line?
All right, this technology is about way more than just silicon and steel. At the end of the day, it's about people, it's about productivity, and it's about profits. So let's break down that real-world impact.
For businesses, the value here is just massive. I mean, look at that chart. A staggering 65% of the value comes from just one thing, reducing unplanned downtime. The AI acts like a crystal ball, predicting failures before they can even happen. Then you add in potential fuel savings of up to 40%, and you can see why this is such a game changer for any company's bottom line.
And what about for the workforce? Well, this technology acts as a great equalizer. It basically shatters the experience barrier, allowing a rookie operator to perform almost like a seasoned pro in a tiny fraction of the time.
And this right here highlights a super smart strategy for getting this technology adopted. By framing the AI as a tool that helps workers rather than replacing them, companies like Caterpillar are successfully collaborating with powerful unions like the International Union of Operating Engineers. So, this really isn't about replacing humans. It's all about empowering them. This shift is creating a future where humans and machines collaborate, making the job safer, more efficient, and get this, it's opening the door to entirely new kinds of jobs, like a robotic equipment operator.
So the big takeaway here is that the cognitive era of construction isn't coming. It's already here. The question is no longer if AI will be on the job site. The real question is, how quickly can we all adapt to a world where our most powerful tools are also our smartest colleagues?